Hi, welcome to TechVerse. So in today's episode, let's talk about how you can make a 1000 watts inverter with the TL494 passive modulation IC and just 4 power MOSFETs. The final build will look as shown. Here you have your 12 volts input and here you have your 240 volts output. This is the power transformer. If you don't want to use a power transformer, the PCB is easy. You can just connect the 3 points of the transformer to the drains of the MOSFETs and the VCC. So this is the TL494 IC, this is the input capacitor, and these are the power MOSFETs on each side of the primary windings. So the PCB will look as shown. This is the IC. Here you have your 12 volts, this is the capacitor, this is the power MOSFETs on one side, the other side, here is the output, and here is your transformer. So the schematics is as shown, nothing complicated. So for the input, as I have mentioned earlier, is 12 volts from a lead-acid battery. So the power MOSFET, you will need IRF 3205 since they are quite powerful. Each can easily handle 98 amperes and more than 50 volts on its drain source continuously. So if you parallel two of those, you can easily handle more than 150 amperes, which is more than enough to give you 1000 watts. So the IC is connected to operate in push-pull configuration. So disable the downtime control by connecting to ground. Connect the feedback pin to pin 2 via this resistor 51 kilo ohms to stabilize the output of the air amplifiers. Pull down the non-inverting terminals of both the amplifiers to ground and pull up the inverting terminals to 5 volts generated by the reference pin. This will disable the air amplifiers to ensure maximum duty cycle. So connect pin 7 to ground and 12 to VCC. The frequency is determined by the resistance RT and CT. When connected as shown, the frequency is 50 Hz. If you want 60 Hz, just apply this formula and calculate the values of RT or CT depending on the components parameters that you have. So the two internal BJTs will be operating the push-pull mode, and the open emitters will be the gate drive for the power MOSFETs. So when E1 is high, or it's pulled up to VCC through this 470 ohms resistor, which should be rated at least 2 watts each, so Q1 and Q3 will conduct, and this will allow current to flow from the 12 volts through this half primary winding through the MOSFETs into ground. The 10 kilo ohm gate source resistor ensures that there are no ratch-ups and discharges both MOSFETs when power is disconnected. So when the second BJT turns on and VCC appears at the emitter pin 10, so the MOSFET Q2 and Q4 will turn on, and this will allow current to flow from the 12 volts rail through the other half primary winding through the MOSFETs into ground. So this process repeats 50 times per second to generate 50 Hz. So it's a push-pull configuration mode, and it should have no problem whatsoever giving 1000 watts, which you can easily use to power up your electronic devices such as clothes iron, or even your laptop, or a television set, a radio, etc. So for the transformer, you need one which is large enough to accommodate 1000 watts. I recommend you use one from an old microwave oven, since they are designed to be operated in this mode and they have the power capacity to easily handle 1000 watts, especially if you get one from a powerful microwave oven. You can also obtain one from some old welding machine. So for the transformation ratio, this depends on the output you want. If you want to 40 volts and you are applying 12 volts, you need 1:20. Like you can have 200 turns on the secondary side and 10 turns on each half of the primary winding. If you want 120 volts, you can reduce the secondary turns to 100 turns. So that's all, folks, regarding this simple 1000 watts inverter project. Please don't forget to like, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel of TechVerse for more amazing tutorials and projects. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a nice day.